G'day, Tragic here, and welcome back to my channel. And this is going to be a bit of an unusual video. What is going on, you're thinking? Well, what you're looking at is me editing the last Eldritch Horror turn, which is Eldritch Horror Turn 6. I'll put the link in the description so you can actually see that turn in action. Now, I run a multi-monitor setup. I've got 3 monitors on my workstation, so you're only seeing the main monitor. So sometimes there's not stuff happening. That's because things are on other monitors. But what I did is I just recorded the whole desktop on Camtasia with a stopwatch running, just so you can see the kind of time it goes to make my video. This particular video, the Eldritch Horror Turn 6, took about 8 hours to edit and about 2.5 hours to film. So it's about a 10-hour turn. And that's about average for a video. You know, games with shorter turns take less time, obviously. But, you know, basically 6 to 12 hours is about how long it takes for me to make one of my videos. And this Eldritch Horror turn wasn't even a long turn. Like, it didn't have any reckoning effects. So there wasn't a huge amount of die rolling in it. So, I mean, these turns can go a lot longer. And my point here is that I'm getting a lot of DMs saying, why aren't the videos coming out faster? You know, and some of them have been pretty angry, which is bizarre. And this is why. I mean, it takes forever to make these videos. It's a huge time-intensive hobby. And of course, you know, I've got my own life and my own job external to this. I don't make any money from my channel. I've had my channels for like almost 10, 15 years. I've made about, I think, $600 US total in the last decade. You know, there's no money coming in from the channel. And I was thinking maybe I should start a Patreon or something like that. And I wanted to know what you guys would think about that. Because as you know, I came back to the channel. I want to do all these things. I bought a whole bunch of new equipment that cost about, maybe about $8,000 total Australian. So sort of like half that for the US, basically. It's a lot of money for me. Plus the time intensive work, you know, I mean, it's a lot of effort to go to. And I was thinking maybe of running a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or, a My Cause or something like that, and just getting some donations in. Now, just remember that it's not going to affect the channel at all, regardless. Even if I got donated, $1 million, which obviously I wouldn't, but even if I did, it wouldn't really change how the channel will function. Oh, well, okay. That's ridiculous. If I got that much, it would. But I'm not expecting any donations to change the channel. It's not going to mean more videos. It's not going to mean faster videos. It's just going to mean on my end of the channel, it'll be a bit easier for me. If I can do like kind of what Watch It Play does and the Dice Tower do and Drive Through Games do and Rowdo do, they've been doing it for years. They have like 2 or 3 fundraising days out of a year, and then they use that to fund their channel. And I think I'm going to try doing the same thing, maybe twice a year or maybe once a year to start off, just to see how it goes, work the bugs out. Because if I can make enough money through donations that to cover buying new games and buying equipment, that'll basically mean the channel can run itself and it becomes a pure hobby. I won't have to, because at the moment I spend quite a lot of money on the games and on the time, because, time is money, and on the equipment. So if I can remove some of that pressure, and also, I mean, there is an element of validation that I would get from getting a little bit of cash that makes you feel good. I'm not going to lie. But that's what I'm thinking of doing, right? Ooh, just bumped the table. Sorry. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So I wanted to ask you guys what you would think of that. Is this something that, I mean, it feels out of line to do this, but everybody does it. So I don't know what to do. YouTube gives you nothing, and my channel's small too. I mean, I might have 6,000 subscribers, but I only get 400 or 500 views per video. I mean, my videos that have 26,000 views or whatever, they're 8, 9 years old. That's why they've got so many. So that's really the question. So I wanted to talk to you about what the channel's future could be, because there's a number of things I can do. I'm thinking Kickstarter. The problem with Kickstarter is that unless you reach your target goal, you don't get any. There's a place called GoFundMe, which I don't know much about. It's an American site. It seems to be mainly used to raise medical funds or something. I'm not quite sure what it's about. There's an Australian one called My Cause. My Cause is really cool because, one, it's Australian, so it's all local. That means all the tax is a lot easier to sort out. But more importantly, it allows you to donate anonymously. All you need is a PayPal account or your credit card. You don't need to register on the site or become part of the site to actually donate to that place, which is pretty cool. In addition to possibly doing that, there's the question of whether to start doing more videos that aren't exactly Let's Plays. Now, obviously, I'm a Let's Play channel and I love doing the Let's Plays, but I could make videos more often if I did some reviews or if I did some, tutorials on how to, like instruction tutorials. So these are the kind of things that I want to put to you, the people who are actively watching the channel now. 1, would you be interested in donating? And 2, if you were, what do you think the best method to do that is? Like I've got a mate of mine who says that I should close down the YouTube channel and start up a Twitch channel and just do everything live and just play the game. But, I wouldn't even know where to start to do that technically. Also, what would you think about seeing other types of videos? Videos that are easier for me to make. Like doing a review is really, really easy to do. Doing a tutorial on how to play a game, it's a little bit harder, but not as hard as doing 40 hours of turns. So yeah, then that's pretty much what this video is. I just want to touch base with you guys, the people who are actively watching, and see what you think of these possibilities. Because as you can see in the video, in the sped up video you're watching, editing this video took me 8 hours, plus the, 2.5 hours, 3 hours to film. And that's not even unusual. And it's a lot of effort. And it's not something that I dislike doing. I get a lot of pleasure from doing it. And again, even if people donate, it's not going to really change much on your end, Nothing's going to change on your side of the screen. It's really about just making my life easier. Particularly with being able to, I'd really like to be able to back some of there's a lot of really great Kickstarters that would make great Let's Plays on the channel, but I can't afford them. I just can't afford them. But if I can get donations, I could then buy them, See what I was thinking? I could buy the Kickstarters and then I could play it on the channel, right? And then I could raffle them off and donate to charity or just raffle them off to the people. There's lots of ideas I have and I don't really know where to go with them. So if you have any ideas about what you would like to see in a channel, leave a comment, let me know. And particularly let me know what you think the best way to go around fundraising is. Because I don't want to use PayPal because I have to use my real name. And if I want to use Tragic Tabletop or something, I have to set up a business PayPal, which is a whole thing. I need, I need tax file numbers and all this kind of stuff. It's a real pain. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So let me know what you think, because I'm very, very curious. And again, regardless of what happens, it's not going to affect the channel. The channel's going to chug along fine with or without any of these changes. So don't, this isn't like an ultimatum. I'm just curious to know what you guys think. And also, I want to show you how hard I bloody work, because I do work really hard, and I don't like getting people emailing me on Board Game Geek yelling at me because I'm not making videos fast enough. So just stop doing that, would you? Okay, I will see you guys